Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the first game of 2018 back on Tigers TV. Today we have for you an absolute thriller, KV versus Tigers. Without further ado, please enjoy the show. Here we have KV in orange, Tigers in black away kit. KV playing at home, 30 minutes on the clock, standard cell rules. Already, KV making an aggressive start there. Rob Summers with the early feed, and Tamara Semienuik to score. Early goal, putting KV firmly in the lead. Rory Hagan looking over. Alex Zenz taking the post, playing this dominant position. Liv Harkle moving into the feed. Josh Dawes for the breakaway. That's some great hustle by Dan Howard. Going to take a bit of a knock into the wall. Going to get up and dust himself off, though. Good lad. Tigers possession. Chris West just going to tip that one back in to the offensive half. Liv taking the post again. Tigers playing this slightly more from distance than normal. Shot clock is going to go off. First violation. Tigers just didn't have the opportunity they were looking for to put ball in basket. Still 1-0 to KV. Plenty of time indeed for the comeback. Will Alderton on over to Tamara. Ellie Summers looking all the way over. Back to Will for the bounce pass. He's trying to get these runners. Good hustle by Rob Summers, the big number 4. Playing a lot under the post. It will be a challenge to see if Chris West can keep him under control. Looks like he can. Rob had the first touch, but Chris, with the positioning, able to secure that particular rebound. Josh and Rory working together, the boys out. Obviously, these two have been playing together for a long time. That's a great steal coming out of Kirsty Aldridge there, number 9, going up against Liv Harcourt. Rob Summers in the feed. Both girls out. Tamara running. We've already seen her make one gorgeous running in shot, but she drops off for a beautiful 1-2 play. Unfortunately, bounces out. But that's going to be out of hand. Will Alderton, unfortunately, a bit too eager. And Oscar Edwards going to maintain possession. Flip that one over to the Tigers offense. It's a drop ball. Alex Zenz able to pick up. Still in the feed. 15 on the shot clock. Plenty of time for these guys to work with. Alex with a step back. But unfortunately, that is going to get picked off there by Dan Howard. Good rebounding from him. Annie Boyd to throw that one out to the KV offense, who have had some fantastic opportunities so far. A couple of missed shots, costing them a goal or two. They are still in the lead at the moment. Tamara with a great little fake maneuver. Splits Frances Willerton round the back of Chris West. A beautiful little play. Tamara putting KV 2-0 in the lead in the first minute and a half. There's a deep shot there from Leah Matthews. A new transfer to the Tigers club. Unfortunately, Frances Willerton unable to make the runner. Does get the save there on the intercept. So Tigers maintain possession. There's the attempt at the runner. Tamara sticks with all the way, but isn't quite onside. And Frances Willerton to put the first one in on the runner for Tigers. 3 running in goals so far. Flynn Pickett going fast. Rory has to make sure he is on top of that. We've seen runners already. We would hope that gets cut out as both teams start to spot the common denominator. Using the feeds and throwing in the blazing fast chase. Flynn Pickett going in on the inside. The one-handed finish just failing him, unfortunately. Rory and Josh just about able to work it out between the two of them. Safely. Oscar Edwards with the fadeaway. No defended shot called. Chris West a bit too fast there. Had the time, didn't take it. There's the runner again. 4 goals total coming off those feeds into the runners. Both teams seem to be going straight out of the gates at full pace. Obviously, lots of energy, lots of youth on both of these teams. Clearly ready to run today. Oscar Edwards putting the pressure on. No score for Will Alderton there. It's a good attempt running the block. They have a double post. Tomorrow is going to be looking to take the shot. Puts it up. Doesn't quite find it. Leah Matthews able to pick that one up there. Rory off to Liv on the back. Alex Zenz holding the post again. Tigers playing this 3-1 much more than perhaps they have been in the past. Been more reliant on a more solid 2-2 structure. Rob Summers is going to take his time now. Ball goes out. Ellie Summers just working it around. Tamara sticks the feed in. Oscar Edwards with the hustle. Able to beat out Will Alderton. on that ball there. Josh looking for the fake in. Almost has it. Unfortunately, that free pass. I thought I saw a football, but ref has called it differently. Free pass in favour of Tigers. Josh Dawes to take. Waiting to the last second. Drops in with the fake. Unfortunately, the finish is very rushed. Dan Howard came flying out there. But unfortunately, was a bit too keen. Josh Dawes with a beautiful fake. But again, a little bit of a rushed shot has blown that particular chance. Tamara Seminuik on the outside. Oscar Edwards manages to scoop it up. And Tigers once again have a chance. Rory, though, caught a little bit off guard. Unable to quite control it in the way they need to. KV using some nice short passes there to get it out. Still tied up, actually. KV had that early momentum with the first couple, but Tigers haven't managed to equalise. All goals being scored by 2 players. That's a great fadeaway there from Will Alderton. The feed got stuck in. And that's a beautiful step back in order to put KV 3-2 in the lead. Josh and Rory trying the fakes. Boys dropping off ever so slightly. Flynn Pickett trying to scoop up any stray balls. And he is going to find that one there. Whether or not he loses a couple of shots because of that more relaxed defensive style remains to be seen. Tamara off the back. Gets picked up by Rob Summers. Passes to the air, and Chris West is going to be able to hustle to pick that one up. Leah out to Oscar. Tigers in offense. There's Dan Howard. Able to spot that one a mile away. Great defensive reads here from KV. We're seeing some lovely pressure. Rob Alderton right in front of the post. Almost had the chance. Chris West wasn't quite aware of what was going on. Tamara, again, really playing fast today. KV do seem to want to use their speed here in these early minutes. Put the pressure on hard and fast. Win the game in the early minutes. Unfortunately, Tigers just seem to be making a couple of slips on their passing. Chris West, great recovery there. Rob Summers almost had a beautiful chance. He's going to run the block, take up that post. Will Alderton for the fade. Doesn't quite find it. Defended. The one-handed finish. Chris West got there in time on the shoulder. Oscar Edwards passing back out. Alex Zenz across the front to Liv Harcourt. Jenny Adamson taking a break this week. Alex Zenz playing in her place. Maybe we'll see Jenny later on in the game. The shot comes up from Josh. Tigers mindful now more than ever of that shot clock. They already had the one and only violation we've seen so far this game. There's the shot from Ellie Summers. That's not going to find anything. Rob Summers scrambles to scoop that one up. Unfortunately, Ellie just got the tip off. Misjudged ever so slightly. And that's going to be a Tigers ball all the way out there for efficiency's sake. Josh to Roy Hagan. Liv Harcourt looking for something around the front. Dan Howard is defending so well on those ball lines, though. It's difficult for Josh to be found there. Dan Howard just on the inside. Off to Will Alderton. Mara looking over. Will looking dangerous from range already. We've seen. He puts another one up. Just going to bounce off the front. Francis Willerton not quite looking. And there, Chris West has woken up early today. He is prepared to grab those ones going just astray. Rory trying to get the 1-2 across. They are finding the boys being pushed out super far here. Great defensive pressure from the KV boys here. But Dan and Flynn really putting the pressure on Flynn, using those long arms to try and block Rory out of the game. Josh puts a shot up. Alex trying to get the reset on the shot clock, but that's really, really nice defense there from Annie Boys. Stuck to her guns there, held her ground, and got the defensive call. Putting KV back in the driver's seat. Rob Summers not going to take the shot. Going to instead try and find a better shooter for him. Takes the one-hander. That's given as a Tigers ball there. Again, pace of the game still pretty high up. We've just seen a little bit of a slowdown in the rate of the goals scored as both teams have started to plug the initial offensive-defensive holes. Annie Boyd able to rescue that one. farm it on out. Oh no, that's a great interception there by Liv. Putting Tigers back in control. Alex Zen's on the receiving end. Josh puts the shot up. Alex with the attempted pick up on the rebound. And Rory Hagan off the drop-off to equalise 3-3. This has been a incredibly close game so far. No clear runaway team at the moment. Quite an equal measure here of both sides. Flynn Pickett trying to hit Annie Boyd in the middle there. Rory with a great interception. Definitely a pair to be watching there. Flynn and Rory going to be going at each other with their arms and defensive styles, I think. Chris coming around the front fast for the speed and the feed. There's an attempt by Leah Matthews. Didn't quite find the feed. Still managed to put the shot up. Didn't quite find it. Pushing through. Unfortunately, Oscar Edwards getting a bit too physical there on Will. And KV going to be back in command here. Flynn's looking big under the post, potentially for the drop-off. But Annie Boyd almost has the shot. Alexander with a great interception there. Doesn't quite find it, but Josh Dawes does. Watching those ball lines, I think both teams are definitely going to be looking to do that. They realise if they can force one or two passes, flip possession a couple of times. You see it there again. Will Alderton spot on there with his positioning. Read the play. Both teams are starting to get a bit static in their rotations. Need something a bit fresh to mix it up. Francis Willerton looking over the top. Trying to look for anyone. Tamara locking her down. It's a shot put up from distance from Leah Matthews. Chris West goes up with the one hand, but is unfortunately just shy of the bucket there. Rob Summers going to be the easy option to take the ball out there. Flynn looking over the top. Dan Howard head up a little bit too late. Bit of a miscommunication on the play. Good attempt. Just misread ever so slightly. Tiger's going to work it out. Dan Howard with a great burst of speed. Almost to come and take it out. But unfortunately not quite successful in his pursuit there. Francis to Leah. Leah all the way over the top for Oscar Edwards. Will Alderton is spot on with the defense. Wasn't quite close enough, but Rob Summers, able to pick up the rebound. Dan Howard looking for the drop-off. Fumbles ever so slightly all the way out the front. Kirsty Ulrich has a go. Doesn't find anything. Been a bit quiet so far. Hopefully her division are going to be able to use her a bit more in the rest of the game. Leah off to Oscar all the way over the top. Tigers playing this 3-1 out quite tight. There's the switch into the feed. Francis Willerton had the chance, but I think there was just a little bit of contact there on the run in. So KV flip ball. Dan Howard has the option. The girls do seem to like running this, starting at the top, cutting into the post and then back out the side for that long diagonal pass. That does seem to be KV's poison of choice. Chris West putting in the feed beautifully. Leah Matthews with the one-hander almost finds it. Great attempt, just didn't quite have the finish. I think that's 3 missed one-handers so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're playing along our favourite game at home, how many missed one-handers do we see per game? Penalty. Unfortunately, Liv Harcourt just blocking off the run there from Annie Boyd. Kirsty Aldridge to take. Sinks it 4-3 to KV. 16.5 minutes to go. First 10 odd minutes have dwindled down. Chris off the back, just watching his footwork. Unfortunately for him, he is going to be just a step over the line. Annie Boyd off to Kirsty Aldridge. Dan Howard throwing in the feed. They've realised the girls, they can split the defence with this crossover move, this X screen split. Flynn Pickett for the pickup. With the shot clock reset, KV can afford to take their time here. Liv Harcourt with a great interception. But I think Rory was just a little bit of foul of Flynn there and was blocking the run in. Annie Boyd is going to be passing off to Kirsty Aldridge. Alex Zenz for the run. Dan Howard with a great little jump there, just beating out Josh Dawes. Plenty of time on this shot clock here for KV. They don't need to rush this. But Dan Howard will sink that 5 meters. 5-3. That's another switch over. That's the first. Oh no, excuse me, the second switch over where we've seen a 2-goal lead. Timeout called for KV there, and we are back into the action. So as I was just mentioning, this is the first point in the game where the score has been more than 2 goals, or 2 goals rather, or more difference. A testament really to how well matched these two teams are. Both playing very well so far. A couple of minor mistakes, but still we're seeing some really lovely stuff coming out of both sides. Alex Zens there for the feed, holding the post. And there's a great shot there from Rory Hagen, out from range, just off the edge of your screens there. But what a fantastic one to try and decrease that score deficit. Tamara for the step back, isn't able to find it off the front, but Rob Summers. Oh, excuse me, we've had a substitution here. James Summers has come on for Rob Summers. Will Alderton sinks another one. That must have been part of the KV timeout plan. Rob Summers, number 4, has been replaced by James Summers, number 1 there, going up against Chris West. Free pass. Liam Matthews stepping up to take. Must have been a blocked run. Tigers being careful of their positioning. Just a little bit too close. They realised a second too late. Chris clearly not particularly happy about that. You saw Oscar try and shuffle out at the last second, but it was a little bit too late, and the ref was straight on top of that. Dan Howard signalling for the across ball. Annie Boyd able to pick up that one. 15 on the clock. Dan Howard tries to put another one in. Currently 6-4 again. We've hit that 2-goal difference. Is that as high as it will go? Let's see if the Tigers offense have anything to say about that. Oscar Edwards looking to stick the feed in. Gets blocked off there. Great defensive pressure by Will Alderton. Liam Matthews farms it out. Chris West from deep. Doesn't quite find it. Great attempts. Just bouncing out there. And Will Alderton going to go for the easy pass out. James Summers looking for the easy option. They don't want to lose this ball for no good reason. Annie Boyd for the over ball. We've seen KV, they like to take these drop-offs, are working around the back of the post. Many teams do struggle, especially on larger pitches or larger courts, to use that back area. And we see a lot of front play, a lot of side play, but utilising that back area effectively it seems to be one of KV's strengths right now. Liam Matthews trying for the turn on the feed, but Ellie Summers there switched on to that. Dan Howard receiving far out. Post being held by Kirsty Aldridge. Annie Boyd unable to quite get to the top of that one. And Alex Zen's going to be able to take this one on from the side. Rory straight on out to Oscar Edwards. Liam Matthews over the top to Francis Willerton. Has the chance. There's great defensive pressure here from Tamara. Really trying to lock Francis down here. It's going to be a tough game. Chris not quite seeing the free player. Oscar Edwards with the drop-off, turns and shoots, but it's a little bit short. And James Summers well poised to pick up the loose ball. Will Alderton trying to get the play off the initial ball in. A brave strategy there. A lot of speed coming out from the KV boys. Both Dan and Flynn working fast here. Trying to tire out Josh and Rory. Chris has another attempt. Oscar with the fadeaway. It was just defended, I believe, or some contact. Lovely goal. Unfortunately, can't quite be counted. Still 6-4. Boy and girl out with Flynn on the feed. Annie Boyd looking for the return. All the way over to Kirsty Aldridge. Has the shot. Just not quite there. But Dan Howard has got the rebound. They've got the shot clock reset. They have the time to work with this. Annie Boyd out the front. Alex Zenz has been dropping a little bit. Annie Boyd clearly keen to take those 5-6 meter shots with relatively uncontested. Leah Matthews out the front. That's a great step in by Tamara. Just so much pressure coming out of Sia Niuk. Alex Zenz putting the pressure on Dan Howard. Not going to take the shot. Sees the chance for the run over the step back. Not going to get called on the cutting because of the step back, obviously. Smart shot selection there as well. High game IQ we're seeing out of KV right now. That's a great in-air pass. Kirsty Aldridge wasn't quite prepped to take the shot. Really beautiful korfball coming out so far of this offensive half. Annie Boyd unfortunately just dropped the ball there. And that is going to roll up. But what a gorgeous spot of korfball we are watching. Or we have been seeing, rather, in this first half from both teams. That KV play on that last one was just so spontaneous. And it just looked beautiful as well. That's real nice korfball we're seeing here today. As well as a tight game. Still 2 goals in it. Haven't seen a goal since around 14-15 minute mark. So teams are starting to tire as we hit the last 10 minutes of the first half. We've had that burst, as we said, of speed. That's another great shot, though, from Dan Howard. That's going to increase the deficit. 3-goal deficit for Tigers. 7-4. That's the highest it's been all game. Leah Matthews takes the step back. Chris well placed for the rebound. Francis Willerton trying for the runner. Doesn't quite find it. That's, again, we've said it time and time again. Some fantastic pressure from Tamara here. KV number 8 is spot on. Ellie Summers going to be able to pick that one up. Unfortunately, Leah Matthews just tapped it. That's a long ball over for Flynn Pickett. Goes for the fake. Gets body checked there by Rory Hagan. Not something you see too often. Alex Zenz for the pass out to Leah Matthews. Oscar Edwards in the feed. 2 goals on the outside. Substitution made. I believe that's on at the other end. That's going to be a Tigers free pass. More than conscious of their distance. We can definitely see it this time. But James Summers is a little bit wise to that trick there. Leah Matthews tried to give it back to Chris for the fake. And we have seen a female substitution. Amy White, number 2 there. Great shot from Annie Boyd, replacing Kirsty Aldridge. 8-4. And that's a just a switch on the reset, I think. Nothing serious, just switching who's taken. Oh, we do have a substitution. We have Jenny Adamson. There she is. Alex Zenz coming off for Jenny Adamson there for Tigers. Dan Howard able to get in front of that one early. KV do seem to have the lead now. Tigers haven't had a goal in quite some time. They could use one to boost the morale a little bit. Tamara with some great speed. The energy we're seeing from KV is so intense. Tigers, I think, are just facing a challenge here to try and keep up. We're seeing a lot of fast plays that maybe they're not so used to. Much more of a controlled play style is the one they favour. Liv fighting for that rebound. That's excellent play. Dan Howard gets the block, but wasn't quite able to pick it off. Josh Dawes, 8 on the clock. Are they going to see the shot? Long shot comes in, gets the reset, but Flynn Pickett well up in advance to grab that one for KV. Annie Boyd taking the easy option out, giving it to Dan Howard. Dan making the smart call to push his team further into their half, wasting less time on the clock. James Summers just waiting to see if there's any other hustle. And Tamara is going to put that one into the feed. Going to be looking to run Francis. Ellie Summers on the outside. There's Tamara in from the side angle. Ellie Francis, again, the option for the shot. If the runner's not there, Tamara for the step back. Just bounces it off, gets the reset. KV playing this smart. Knowing they can play to the time. Will Alderton for the fade. Oscar Edwards able to grab that one as the rebound came straight out the way it went in. Josh Dawes on the back. Rory Hagan for the feed. Over the top of Josh Dawes there. There's a girl switch. Jenny Adams for the runner. Off to Liv Hardcore. Beautiful goal there from Tigers. Finally picking up the pace. Jenny Adams drew both of the defensive girls there. Leaving Liv Hardcore wide open for the uncontested drop-off. Great little shot Unfortunately, a bit of a botched pass, but still KV able to pick that one up. James Summers looking for the drop off, but just caught the post on the way out. Jenny Adams looking. Oh, Adamson looking dangerous. Josh Dawes had the chance. Out of hands called. Annie Boyd. And Flynn Pickett for the tap over the line. Chris West is able to return it. A little bit of volleyball going on there in the middle. Jenny Adamson looking for the runner, looking for the feed. Rory's a little bit too fast. Josh for the step back. Takes it, gets the reset. Rory's up for the rebound. Jenny Adams is really right there. The same switch move. Liv unfortunately dropping the ball short. Rory out the front. Flynn's not with him. No reset on the clock. Josh, the free man, is found and he hits the shot. 8-6. What an incredible comeback there. 2 quick goals from Tigers to try and swing the momentum back in their favour. Annie Boyd trying the long ball to Flynn in the feed off the reset. But Josh wising up to that one, stepping well in front. Able to sort that out. Chris West off to Francis Willerton, just able to control it. Tamara, again, so much pressure. This is fantastic play from her. KV, again, just doing so well on the whole. Both teams really putting on a show today. Dan Howard taking their post early, playing the 3-1 on the outside. We've seen KV are able to put the ball in basket from range, so maybe that's what they're looking to do now. They've sussed out the feeding and the blocks. They're still going to try for the feed though. Rory gets the block with the back. Flynn tries to fire one in, just bounces off the top. Shot clock reset. Dan Howard slowing the pace down, running the block, giving them the post. No, running it back again. Trying to get as much control of that rebound as they possibly can. Steps forward quickly for the feed. There's the shot from Annie Boyd. It's just over. Flynn gets the tip off. KV restart just under the post there. Annie Boyd for the step back. Doesn't take it. Great fake. The great switch. Defensive switch and the travelling called. Tigers back in possession of the ball. As we're heading towards the last 3 minutes or so of the first half. Chris West puts one up fast. Not really taking his time so much with the shots today. We've seen him take a couple of distance shots in quite a hurry. KV ball. 2 players versus 1 are going to have control of that. Ellie Summers going to work it out. Nice and easy to Amy White. Flynn taking a large step there. Annie Boyd fires another one off. The pickup is there. Contact in the back. Dan Howard is going to get the restart. Nothing malicious. Flynn not going to take the shot. Goes for the fake. In for the one-hander. All the way over the top. I believe our tally at home is 4 total one-handers missed for this particular game. I think our record is somewhere near 12 in one of our earlier games of the season. Trojans free pass awarded. It's going to be Leah Matthews again to take this one. Will they use a different strategy? Seems like it. Leah Matthews just going to take the step back. Not going to try and go for the pass back into Chris. And KV are going to have the opportunity to control this one on the way out. Set themselves up for a best possible attack. But Liv Harker with a great interception off to Jenny Adams. Again, we're seeing such good defensive pressure close in. A lot of the shots are forced further out. Forcing those one-shot attacks. Or the unfavourable collections, rather. Dan Howard just able to intercept that one on the line. Flynn Pickett able to scoop it up. Annie Boyd putting in the feed, but Jenny Adams just reaching it a little bit too hard from behind. Just checking the markings. Annie Boyd is going to be the one to take the free pass. Switching sides. The run out is good. Potentially contact after the shot, but Tigers are going to retain the ball. Josh out to Oscar. Francis Willerton into Leah Matthews for the feed. Looks for the turnaround and shoot, but Ellie Summers is well aware of the dangers of that move. Will Alderton just going to be picking that one up from the hands of Oscar Edwards there. Annie Boyd looking for the over ball. Doesn't find it. Takes the pass to Flynn. Step back from Dan. Doesn't come out. Good pressure from Josh Dawes there. All the way over from Flynn Pickett. Gets the fake, drops the switch. And Rory, luckily for Tigers, is able to pick up the rebound. 30 seconds left in the first half. Liam Matthews fires one off, and it's beautiful. Look at that. 8-7. 30 seconds in. The call goes out from the sidelines there. Jerem Dawes. Fantastic motivational speaker there. Calls for the shot. It goes up. It's in. KV respond with another great shot there from Annie Boyd. 9-7. This 30 seconds has been absolutely incredible. We were only about 5 seconds into that last 30. Free pass awarded. This is great. Look at this. This is an absolute nail-biter. Josh Dawes going to step up to take the free pass. Penalty awarded. Contact on the shot. Josh Dawes going to be looking to take this one. That's 3 goals in less than 20 seconds in the dying 30. And that is going to be half-time called. We go into the half-time 9-8 in favour of KV. Wow, wow, wow. This is intense korfball right here, ladies and gents. We are seeing some fantastic play. These teams really are well matched. I think all of our offensive, defensive matchups have been really well pressured so far. Both teams on form today as Tigers start the second half back in offense. It's a little bit of an overball. Rory, unfortunately, not quite able to make it all the way to the ball. Liv looking a little bit disappointed, but is okay with that in the end. Will Alderton looking for the ball over. Tamara for the feed. The 1-2 into the step back. James Summers under the post. That's a great one-hander. But it is not allowed. Defended called. That's made up for some of the more egregious one-handed finishes we've seen so far. Jenny Adamson launches one from downtown, and Rory finds the follow-up. 9-9. Tie game again. Tigers always seem to manage to draw, but it does seem to be KV that takes the lead to force the draw. Kirsty Aldridge back on again. I believe potentially in place of Amy White, although that remains to be seen. Annie Boyd looking for the runner. Ball out to Kirsty Aldridge. That's a long shot, but she downs it. Look at that. 10-9. Kirsty Aldridge benched earlier in the first half, but back on form. It looks like Amy White has come off for Kirsty Aldridge there. Tamara and Ellie on this defensive half. Will Alderton able to get the rebound there out to James Summers. And we are back underway in the KV offense. Kirsty Aldridge, another attempt. Unfortunately, just shy of the bucket off the front. But again, it does seem to be always the case that Tigers are playing catch-up. They're making some lovely goals, but they just can't seem to peel ahead. They are always playing for the draw here. James Summers with a great reach to block that one out. Tamara with the fake out. Off to Will. Flynn to Kirsty. Or rather, Dan to Kirsty, excuse me. Flynn playing around the post. Annie Boyd looking for the over ball. They do seem to like that. The confusion under the post to allow the drop-off does seem to be KV's strength right now. Allowing that free player. Getting Tigers a little bit muddled around the collect. Annie Boyd in the feed. It's going to get blocked off by Jenny Adamson. Ball over. Flynn doesn't quite have the control, but able to calm it down. Just quick confusion with the table there. Just resetting the shot clock there. Just trying to figure that one out. That was an interesting. I think the table made an honest mistake. It happens. Amy Boyd looking for the runner. Finds it. One-handed finish. 5 missed, unfortunately. Almost had it. Just wasn't quite given enough welly there. And Josh Dawes, quick to rescue that the rebound there. Francis Willerton to Leah Matthews. Leah can't be looking to take that shot. That is a little bit ambitious, even for a game of such range. So close. I think KV almost had it there, just out of shot. But Tigers are going to maintain possession. James Summers in exactly the right place to pick that one up. Still 10-9. An incredibly tense game. Dan Howard looking for the drop-off. Tries to sell the fake. Josh isn't buying it. Unfortunately, Kirsty Aldridge isn't quite able to make that one. A lovely attempt by her again. We have seen her, I think, start to wake up since she was back on the pitch. Had a bit of a quiet opening in the first half. Did get taken off, but now she's back. And we're seeing some of that fighting spirit there. Leah Matthews for the runner. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. Oscar was doing his best to fight for the rebound. Takes the shot, and it's good! 10-10. Again, Tigers always playing catch-up, but they're playing it well. They are managing to maintain the scoreline dead level. Oscar getting called out on the defense. Will Alderton, a great drop. Again, that does seem to be KV's method of doing things here. The modus operandi. Cause some chaos and profit with the free player. Tamara almost had the turn and shoot. Francis wasn't quite switched on to that. Ball out to Ellie Summers. Puts it up. Just going to bounce off the front. Again, clock reset. No need to rush. Will Alderton completely free. That chaos under the post really working out for him. James Summers clearly quite proud of that one there. The nice little teamwork they've got going. Beautiful stuff. 11-10. Tigers down by 1, but still working for it. Dan Howard making sure he doesn't draw the free pass on that with the pushing through on the feed. Shot goes up from Josh Dawes. Just skims across the top. And Flynn Pickett is there to scoop it up. There's a interception though. And Tigers are back in control. Unfortunately, just losing it again. Dan giving the call, telling them to calm it down ever so slightly. Jenny Adams almost for another interception. But KV just going to take it at a slightly slower pace now. Will Alderton trying to put the run in. Using all the evasive methods he can to try and drop Oscar Edwards. Almost working out. Oscar staying with him as best as he can. Will Alderton sinks another one. 12-10. KV putting on a show right now. Really storming ahead. Francis Willerton for the over ball. Doesn't quite find it. And Tamara, such speed. This is incredible stuff from her. Really fantastic play from that KV half. And just absolutely outstanding stuff from Tamara herself. I think my MVP award is going to her right now. Annie looking for the run in. Free pass awarded before the goal. Goal not counting. Must have been a block on the feed. As Flynn steps up to take the free pass. Rory to run out. And I think the extended whistle confused Dan Howard there. Just didn't quite get the pushback he wanted. Pushing through there from Willerton to flip the possession again. Just using that extra pass there to make sure the ball gets into the offense safe and sound. Flynn for the fadeaway. Just bounces over the top. Dan Howard going to take his time. Knows the shot clock's been reset. No need to burn extra energy hustling after a ball that no one else is competing for. Kirsty Aldridge to scoop that one up. Good 50-50 against Liv Harcourt. Josh stepping in front to secure that one. Lovely heads-up play there. Oscar was just losing control slightly. Towards the end, KV able to grab possession once again. 12-10, 22 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Dan Howard over ball to Kirsty Aldridge. Trying to give her those longer opportunities. We've seen her take some beautiful ones from that distance before. I think her team are trying to set her up. Missed ball there, but Flynn able to scoop it up. The shot clock was on 3, but good reset there from KV. Kirsty putting it into the feed. Annie Boyd. Into the feed and out to Kirsty. Had a couple of longer shots now that haven't quite hit the mark. Again, great rebounding here from KV. Flynn taking up a really good dominant position under the post. Boxing Josh out hard. Giving it for a partnership of pretty much equal height. That's a tough fight for for Josh to win if Flynn has got that really superior position. But Jenny Adamson with the great read and the intercept. Free pass awarded. Some kind of holding off. And Leah Matthews again to take. There's a step in there from Ellie Summers. A little bit keen. Leah Matthews unfortunately bounces it off the back. Not really been her day for free passes, unfortunately. But that is just sometimes the way the cookie crumbles. Over ball. A little bit confused there. Annie Boyd looking for any one of the two boys, both of which had decided to go to the post. Frances Willerton looking for the over ball. That's going to be a tough shot to make against James Summers, who's marking Chris West. With a slightly mismatched height there and the arms. Chris, I think, took a little bit of a knock to the head, but he's doing all right. Friendly high fives to James. So I think we're good to continue play. Free pass. I think there was a bump on the back there of the feed. Josh was a little bit over-eager to try and block that one off. Annie Boyd steps up to take. Jenny Adamson. A little bit overexcited. Goes for the pressure. It's great pressure. Oh, it's a rebound by Flynn there. Managed to scoop up the stray ball. Farmed it straight out to Dan Howard. For a lovely little finish there off the back. 13-10. Again, another 3-goal lead here for KV. It's just going to be maintaining that in the face of Tigers' excellent catch-up game so far. Penalty awarded. Tamara was a little bit behind on that follow. Chris West hoping to pick up a free goal here for Tigers. Is going to be scored, as we are almost expecting penalties to be at this level. James Summers to put the ball back in. Ellie Summers. Off pass Tamara off to the back. Will. Ellie. Tamara for the step back. Just pausing a little bit to try and fake out Frances Willerton. Fake the other movement and then just take that step back. Slightly offbeat. Working out really nicely there. Unfortunately, the shot wasn't quite locked in. Josh looking for the run through. That is a little bit aggressive there on the run through. Bit of a body check going on there. Tamara tries to put it in to James Summers, but Chris West is again diving in a little bit over enthusiastically. That's going to be Tamara Siemeniuk to take, and she scores it. Beautiful finish from Tamara. Definitely my MVP of the match so far. Tigers working it round again. Playing this 3-goal catch-up. They had the penalty. That's a great handoff from Jenny Adamson. Unfortunately, Liv wasn't quite able to capitalise. Really beautiful play, though. KV just had a five-person division for a moment there as Dan Howard came flying across. Will Alderton, unfortunately, not able to get the control. But just came off a Tigers player. So KV maintained possession. Playing this feed without the post. 3 out. Interesting. Will drops back into the post. Great play. That's a complete air ball, though. Leah Matthews with a great block. That's a penalty, I think. We're going to count that as girl defending a boy there. It was a beautiful block, but a little bit too close for comfort, I think. Will Alderton, unfortunately, doesn't quite capitalise. James Summers completely freed up. Doesn't matter. Ellie Summers is going to be able to sink that one. We're now up to a 4-goal lead. This is the furthest KV have been ahead. Another timeout there quickly. Chris Rhodes coming on. I think as a tactical manoeuvre there. Taking off Oscar Edwards. Potentially to come back on at a later stage. Oscar coming off for Rory. I think we can see a 3-man switch going on here. To perhaps take out the mismatch on defense or any perceived mismatch that there may be for Tigers. Chris Rose looking to drop in the feed again. Fresh off the bench, looking for this burst of speed. Francis Willerton. Penalty awarded. Tamara. A little bit of contact, I think, in the air on the shot. So that is going to be awarded to Chris West, hoping he can sink this one. He's already got one ready. Another substitution. It looks like that was that three-man switch up. Chris Rhodes coming off for Rory Hagan again. Just another great penalty. The net result of those substitutions were Rory and Oscar switching ends. Again, probably to change up the defensive pairings. Dan Howard taking that post early. Got that strong position against Josh. Able to get the drop off. Look at that. Perfect read from him. The importance of good postal positioning here really shining through for KV. Flynn getting the body in early. Managing to completely block Oscar out. There's the X split again from the girls. Has provided several opportunities before, and we're seeing them use it again and again and again. 15 minutes left. 15-12 on the scoreboard. Rory's trying this run. There it is. It's almost there. The switch comes out. Chris West. I think the post there got shoved. Tigers clearly not happy about that. Rory knocked down as well. It's going to be a KV ball. Some sense of injustice there, I think, felt on the Tigers' bench. But nonetheless, we play to the whistle. Tigers marking hard on the ball out there. Interesting strategy. Most teams will choose to let it go in the hopes that it comes back faster that way. Flynn off the back, looking eager. Finds it, bounces out. Unlucky there. They do manage to keep finding these opportunities. KV very good, as we've mentioned, at using that back area. Using that space for the drop-offs. They do seem to practice these a lot. They're looking very clean. And they are finding a pretty high percentage of them. Rory not going to take the shot. Loose ball picked up by James Summers there. As KV are still in the lead, still in control. Flynn taking the ball in really close to the post. Surprisingly close, actually. Tigers not contesting that all the way in. Kirsty not going to take the shot from the outside. Still time. Trying to find a better opportunity. Kirsty running. Annie Boyd running. No goal given. Cutting on the feed. 15-12 scoreline maintained. Leah Matthews looking for a chance here. Trying to get Rory to get better positioned. He manages to find the mythical fifth player, the post. So that's a Tigers reset, I think, on the body check on the run. And Rory sinks it off the reset. Denied the runner. He'll take the follow-up. 15-13, the score. Closing by 1 out of 3 that Tigers need to draw it. Tamara signalling with the plays over the back. Ellie Summers coming out the front. Will Alderton trying to get some speed going. The turn on the feed is good. 16-13. As soon as Tigers find one, it seems like KV can find another one. Josh all the way over is going to be able to control that. Beautiful jumping from him. Going to put the shot up from deep. Bouncing well off. And Flynn is there early on. Again, KV do seem to be dropping off their players a little bit in favour of picking up this rebound. It is working so far, but it'll be interesting to see if Tigers can pick up on that and change up their style accordingly. Tamara not getting the feed there. And Will Alderton just taking a knock to the head there from the pass. A little bit of a miscommunication. Ball straight back out. Long ball all the way over. Josh to Oscar. Oscar taking it from way on the outside. Look at that. All the way from downtown. 16-14. What an equaliser. From right on the perimeter. That is a beautiful shot there from Oscar Edwards. Jenny Adams diving on in. Unfortunately doesn't quite get control. Does manage to delay the play. Shot comes up from Flynn. Not going to be finding anything. There's the runner from Kirsty Aldridge. Defended. Liv was there. Josh Dawes working it out. The 1-2s from Tigers. Penalty awarded. Chris West, can he make it 3 for 3? He's gone 2 for 2 so far. Is this going to be his day? Three for 3 he goes. 16 to 15. Lovely catch up from Tigers. Really closing down the score here. Annie Boyd trying to find someone. Finds Dan. Fakes the shot. Doesn't take it. Choosing instead to get into this feed. There's the X cross. The girls playing that split screen. Really nice. 3 seconds left. Cannot let this shot come through. Goes up. And that is going to be a shot clock violation. No bucket found. Jenny Adamson to work that one out there. 16 to 15. It's getting close again. 16 to 16 rather. As preemptively, Rory sinks another one. Lovely catch up. We've seen some fantastic shots from him today. Really phenomenal stuff. Will Alderton looking for the run in to the feed. Finds it. Doesn't quite find the shot. Leah Matthews pressuring hard on Ellie Summers there. James Summers for the pickup. Running the block. Tamara going to be putting in the feed. Will Alderton for the step back. Finds it. Gets the reset. James Summers again running the block. Smart play. Gets the instant post plus the feed. It's a 2-tiered little routine, that one. And Ellie Summers able to put KV in the lead. 17 to 16. Tigers raring to go. They really want this. They are playing hard. They want this next goal. And they are determined to get it. Jenny Adamson on the outside. Over ball to Josh. Not going to take the shot. Farms it into Liv. Free pass awarded. And looks like Josh Dawes is going to be stepping up to take this one. Another opportunity to equal the score. Not going to be contested. Going to take all the time in the world and it pays off. Such a smart player there. Josh Dawes realised no one was coming. Thought, why rush it when I can make it look absolutely gorgeous? That's exactly what he did. And man, oh man, did it look absolutely gorgeous. 17-17. That's a pretty sweet free pass right there. On the outside, Annie Boyd. Fantastic shot coming in from her. We've seen some absolute crackers from her so far today. Looking really, really nice. Chris stepping out of the post. Leah's looking completely the wrong way. Football there on the planted foot. Interestingly. Leah Matthews to take the reset. Feed off the reset, Francis. Looking for something. Chris just getting kind of overshadowed here by James Summers under the post. Has to break out somehow. Try and get himself in a usable position. 10 on the clock. Over ball. Chris gets it. Passes it out. There's the shot. Gets the tip. But James Summers is going to win that one. Annie Boyd. Looking for Kirsty on the outside. Back to Boyd. Pickett with the feed. Kirsty coming around. Not going to find anything. Flynn for the turn on the shot. The switch is there. Great switch. Josh Dawes put the doubt in. And then Oscar Edwards was able to get the recovery. 2 on the clock. 1 on the clock. Shot goes up. Hits the basket. But it is going to be a shot clock violation, I think. Ref not happy with that one. Leah Matthews into Francis Willerton with a feed. Rory comes screaming in. Unfortunately, just taps his foot on the way in. And now we head to the last 7 odd minutes. That's another great shot there, I believe, from Annie Boyd. Timeout called. 19 to 17. 2 goals for Tigers to draw. any more than that, and they'll be in the lead. Obviously, KV are not going to be content with that, though. So we'll have to see how this one pans out. It has been neck and neck so far. In terms of the amount of pressure and all-out fantastic corp. But we've seen Jenny Adamson with a huge runner. Even with the foul, still manages to make it. Fantastic stuff from Tigers. Closing the gap, slowly but surely, 19 to 18. Rory looking big, trying to block off Will Alderton. Still gets the ball, puts the shot up. It looks nice. Unfortunately, just skims off the front. Bad luck for him. That's going to be a KV reset. Close to the post. Tamara sticking in the feed already. Ref not happy with something. Foul called. Tigers reset. 6 minutes left. With an incredibly tight scoreline. Jenny Adamson able to work some magic to pick up that ball there that got trapped against the post. Oscar Edwards with the step back. Looks gorgeous and it's in. Oscar Edwards has absolutely found his range there. Really far out. 7 to 8 meters, maybe even pushing 9. We have seen some gorgeous shots on the perimeter. Timeout called again. 2 timeouts per team. I believe we have 1 more available in the rest of the game. And that is going to be a KV reset off the goal. Equalised score again. This is looking neck and neck. No way to tell who's going to win. Dan Howard looking for the 180 rather, not the 360 on the feed. Flynn Pickett looking for the shot. Drops it over. Rebounder picks it up. Dan, unfortunately, just sent it straight into the waiting arms of Oscar Edwards. Francis looking for the overball, finds it. Not so much an overball anymore. James Summers gets the tip. That's going to be, I think, a leaning over called. Liam Matthews going to take up position under the post. Rory looking for the shot. Francis Willerton puts one up. Is just shy of the post. Rory fires one. Doesn't quite reach the destination. Tigers just falling a little bit short. A little more power needed to secure those goals there. The switch, the double switch. Tigers just about managed to maintain composure. Annie Boyd for the step back. Doesn't find it. Great rebounding from Dan Howard. Annie Boyd again, not looking to shoot. Tries to drop it back in. The boys constantly switching. Tigers playing great defense, but KV playing a really stunning offense here. 10 on the clock, looking for the runner. Annie Boyd doesn't find it, goes for the feed. No shots allowed. Oscar's going to let one through, but it doesn't hit the bucket. Defended called. Great defensive pressure. Tigers doing their damned best to use the shot clock pressure to their advantage. Completely stop KV from building up any more momentum. They're 1 ahead. Yes, they are. I think the shot clock is moving a little bit fast. Rory seems to be seeing into the future. And adding 1 before he's actually scored the bucket. That's 2 beautiful ones we've had from him. Completely out of the blue. But that's a great follow-up there from Dan Howard. 2020. Back and forth. This is like an incredibly high-level game of ping-pong. One way, then the other again. It just is not stopping. 3 minutes, the dying minutes of the game. Both teams tired. We've had some phenomenal displays of fitness, accuracy, and korfball IQ so far. Not to mention just raw skill on the parts of some players. And we are still neck and neck. KV ball. Going to try and work it out as best they can. KV in offense. Ellie Summers. Will Alderton. Tamara in for the feed. Will Alderton for the step back. Tamara again for the feed. Pushing through on the run. Tigers ball. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. This is getting really close now. Right down to the finish it will be. Jenny Adamson has the chance of the shot. Josh for the turn. Free pass awarded, reaching through from Dan Howard. Josh, this is the chance for Tigers to finally take the lead. They could be, for the first time in this game, the goal leaders. They're not going to find it, unfortunately, on that free pass. Travelling. Another switch. This is so frustrating for Tigers. So frustrating for KV when they had the same thing happen to them. The pushing on the feed. Both teams just have to keep composure for another minute and a half. This could go either way. Penalty awarded. The complete knockdown there. Rory, unfortunately, way too enthusiastic with the body there. James Summers going to sink it. Tigers could be on the back foot. This could be one of their last opportunities to make it count. Josh to live the 1-2s. Josh from range is going to find Oscar. Jenny Adams for a great step round. Finds the goal. 21-21. Last minute of the game. This could not be any closer. This is incredible. Time stop now on the ref's whistle. Shot goes up from Dan Howard all the way over. Flynn Pickett to pick it up. Kirsty on the outside. Not going to try and put anything risky up at this late stage of the game. Dan Howard is. And Flynn Pickett is able to find the rebound. That is fantastic play from KV. Dan Howard again tries to sell the fake. Oscar Edwards with the intercept. Manages to wrap himself round the post as well. But it is still a tie game. Tigers giving the call. Play it as calm as possible. KV desperate for this win now. Tigers looking for another opportunity. Can they find it? Leah Matthews in the feed. Can Rory find? There's the switch. James Summers had the tip to it with the arm. Shot goes up. Rory Hagan. 22-21 for the first time in the game. Tigers is in the lead. Here's the run. Annie Boyd. Penalty awarded. 22-22. This does not get any closer. This is the best korfball I have seen in a long, long time. 22-22. In what is quite literally the dying seconds of the game. Tigers versus KV. Josh puts another shot up. Not going to find it. Oscar Edwards defended with the one-hander. Nothing is sinking right now. Ellie Summers into Will Alderton. Anything goes right now. There's the shot. It's not quite good enough. Will for the block. Leah for the block. That may have just saved Tigers the game. Ladies and gentlemen, KV versus Tigers. 22-22 tie game. That was KV versus Tigers. Played in January 2018. Commentary provided by Alex Carmichael. Film courtesy of Jerome Dawes. If you enjoyed the broadcast, please subscribe to the channel and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.